Good afternoon, volleyball fans. We're live here at the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym for the finals of the UAAP Season 88 Girls Volleyball Tournament. On your screens is Kathleen Umal. She's made headlines in recent days for her performance, lifting the Lady Baby Tamaraws to their first finals appearance ever in the girls division. She's going to be one of the protagonists here today and in this series. And on the other end, Janine Bartolabak had a gutsy performance in their Final Four game, their finals clinching game against UST. Battled through back pain, and now she's here, trying to lead the NUNS Lady Bullpups to a second consecutive title. That's our story for today. The number 3 seeded FEUD Lady Baby Tamaraws taking on the NUNS Lady Bullpups in Game 1 of the Season 88 Girls Volleyball Finals on this fine Thursday afternoon at the Blue Eagle Gym. Good afternoon again. My name is Mix Flores. Happy to bring you the game on the Pilipinas Live app. We're always happy to have you with us here wherever you may be joining us from, and you're tuning in to what should be a classic matchup. One of the ladies that's definitely gonna be a star in this series is MJ Udieg Bala. Had 30 points in both their games in the Final Four. Twice to beat Adams and Lady Baby Falcons, but these FEU Lady Baby Tamaraws had no fear and clinched their seat here. Udieg Bala, the leading scorer in Season 88. We'll see if she'll be a factor today, but this lady has to be one of the top stars of Season 88. Probably gonna be a member of our elite team when it's all said and done. But will Bam Barayo graduate with a championship? Already a two-time champion with the NUNS Lady Bullpups, trying to go for a third. She had a terrific performance against UST, 20 points in the finals clincher. That's the story for Game 1 of the UAAP Volleyball Finals. We'll be back with the starters between FEU Diliman and NUNS.
And we are live for game number 1 of the best of 3 final series in the UAAP Season 88 Girls Volleyball. Let us meet our officials for this match. First referee, Antonio Espartero. Second referee, Camille Abanto. Let us now meet the starters. First, for the Far Eastern University Diliman Lady Baby Tamaraws. Middle blocker their team, captain number 11, Kath Umal. Outside hitter, number 1, Alea Deposora. Center, number 12, Emil Grivani. Opposite hitter, number 15, MJ Udieg Bala. Outside hitter, number 19, Claire Bongo. Middle blocker, number 20, Aliyah Ona. And the starting libero, number 8, France Premailon. Coaching the Lady Baby Tamaraws is Joanne Bunag. It is time to meet the starters for the Nazareth School of National University Lady Bullpups. Center, their team captain number 13, Ray Navarro. Outside hitter number 3, Bam Bam Barayo. Opposite hitter number 7, Nicole Obera. Outside hitter number 9, Ella Bartolabak. Middle blocker number 12, Bella Cruz. Middle blocker number 14, Natalie Agustin. And the starting libero number 17, Natasha Toroja. Coaching the Lady Bullpups is Ray Carl de Maculangan.
The Lady Baby Tamaraws are going with MJ Udieg Bala, Aliyah Ona, Alea Deposora, Joanna Bongo, Kathleen Umal, and Emil Givani at setter with Franz Premailon at libero. That's the starting lineup for Coach. And these are the starters for the NUNS Lady Bullpups. It's Slash Obera, Agustin, Bam Bam Berayo, Janine Bartolabak, Bella Cruz, Rihanna Navarro, and Alicia Doroha at Libero for the Lady Bulldogs and Coach Carl Di Maculangan. Again, welcome to Game 1 of the FEU Diliman and NUNS Best of 3 Finals Series. NUNS are here for a record 11th straight season. Meanwhile, FEU Diliman making their first finals appearance. Check that, it is FEU's or NU's 11th consecutive or 12th consecutive finals appearance, first for FEU Diliman. So we'll see who will get the advantage early here with Rihanna Navarro serving for NUNS. Udieg Bala swinging from the left to start the game. Here's the bump to Berayo, who will swing into the net. Sunday we had just a massive day of volleyball. 3 do-or-die games. 2 in the boys division, 1 in the girls division. It was FEU Diliman who survived their series against Adamson. NUNS luckily avoided that fate. Won their first game against UST to clinch their seat here in the finals. And an error as well here for FEU Diliman. Joanna Bong swinging into the net. NU winning over UST in 4 sets. FEU Diliman, on the other hand, winning against Adamson in 5 sets last Sunday. 2 5-setters in the Final Four for FEU Diliman. Just terrific work from them. What a story are the Lady Baby Tamaraos, as Udieg Bala, out of system, had to tip it over. And Bartolabak will swing, picked up by De Bosora. Here comes Bongo, 2 hands, read well by NU. Obera, she swings into the net as well. So both teams giving up errors to start this game. Maybe some nerves for both sides showing here as we get the series going. Here's Aliyah Ona, grade 11 out of Pampanga. Great serve from her. The back set to Obera. Picked up by De Vasora. Here comes Udieg Bala on the other side of the net. Oh, the set was way too close. Here comes Bartolabak. She's blocked. I believe that was Kathleen Umal getting her first block of the game. Had 13 blocks against Adamson last Sunday. 8 blocks in the game before that against the Lady Baby Falcons. Standing tall at the net. So FEU Diliman has a bit of momentum early here. Ona targeting Doroha. Here comes Bartolabak, who gets through the block this time and scores her first point. Kayla Janine Bartolabak had a bit of a back injury last Thursday. So able to work through it, get NU to the finals. Here's Agustin on the serve. Udieg Bala, this time a better touch from her, but it's dug by Navarro. As Bartolabak, the roll shot picked up by Premailon. MJ, the roll from her, saved by Berayo, but FEU scores. Joanna Bongo slips it past the NU defense. Strong start early here for the Lady Baby Tamaraos. A 2-point lead for them with MJ Udieg Bala. First year Lady Baby Tamarao out of Nigeria. Up to serve. That one rolls into the net, into NUNS's court. Chance ball. FEU to the middle. Umal finds the line. That was a huge point of emphasis for Coach Joanne Bunag and the Lady Baby Tamaraos. They want Kathleen Umal to get as many touches as she can when they can set it to her. A 3-point lead for FEU now. Udieg Bala back to serve. This time, no help from the net, straight into the net for Udieg Bala. Slash Obera will come up to serve. Grade 10 out of Cebu. Ooh. FEU will give up a chance ball. NU, Navarro, where will she go? She goes to the 1-2 play. Quick thinking from Rihanna Navarro, catching the FEU defense off guard. You can see her taking a little peek at the other side of the net before tipping it over. Here comes Slash Obera again. And she confuses the FEU ranks there. That serve landing right between Bongo and Devosora, and no one able to pick it up. That's going to be the first ace of the game for NUNS. With Slash Overa, 5'8", opposite spiker, only in grade 10. This time it's picked up by Bongo, but not received well. Bongo will swing anyway, a tip. Picked up by Bartolaba as Navarro, another point for the NUNS setter. Quick thinking from Rihanna Navarro, playing her final season in the UAAP, wants to end her career with back-to-back titles. As Obera, we'll see if she can continue getting NU some momentum here. This time it's Devosora on the reception. Bongo on the swing. What a dig from Berayo. Bartolaba dots that one. A little help from the net, but Janine Bartolaba will take it. Power swing gives NUNS a 2-point lead. Timeout FEU. You see Coach Joanne Bunag in her second season as the head coach of the Lady Baby Tamaras. What a job she's done, getting them to 2 straight Final Four appearances. Their first ever finals appearance in the UAAP. The FEU Diliman girls program started in season 77, all the way back in 2013-2014. And 10 years later, they're here in the finals. There's a chance ball given up here. And right at the net, it's Umal and Bongo conniving for that point. Or was it a net touch call? I believe it was a net touch. So either way, it's point FEU Diliman as Claire Bongo will serve here. Shot serve from Bongo. The setup for Cruz, and she scores her first point. Isabella Cruz, grade 11 middle blocker, going to contend with a couple of tall middles here. You see Kathleen Umal. That's going to be a matchup to watch out for here in the finals as Bartolabak will serve here for NUNS. Bongo on the pickup. Devosora from the left. Bartolabak digs it. Berayo, her first swing of the game, and she scores. Bam Bam Berayo, the second best attacker in season 88. You see just how reliable she is. 37% attacker, scoring her first point of the game there. Labak, great serve from her, but better pick up from Premaylon. Umal had to tip it over though. Here comes Berayo, she scores again. Bam Bam Berayo, making good on her name. You see the NUNS supporters out here in droves, the NUNS students trying to go home watching a win earlier. The UE Junior Red Warriors won against the NUNS Bull Clubs in Game 1 of the boys' finals. We'll see if the girls from NUNS can send their classmates home with a smile on their face. Here's Devosora. She gets through on the block and scores. Alea Devosora. The last name is familiar to you. That's because she is the younger sister of Ali Devosora, stars of the FEU women's team. And Kath Umal will serve here. Low serve from Umal, and she gets an ace. Kathleen Umal, the 6'2", 6'3" middle blocker, getting her first ace of the game. Another serve here, straight to Doroha. As Berrayo will swing into the net. Back low for Berrayo. So here's 3 straight points for FEU. Keeping them within range of NUNS early here. 9-10 the score. Another low serve from Umal. Better pickup though from Doroha. Cruz will tip it. Read by Debosora. Udiegbala. No swing from her. Navarro. High set to Doroha. Dug up by Bongo. On the other side, Debosora scores. Alea Debosora getting it off the hands. You see the FEU women's team coming in here to support their girls' counterparts. 10 all score. 4 consecutive points for the Lady Baby Tamarangs. As Umal, this time it's Berrayo picking it up. She'll get it back. Berrayo gets it off the hands. It's Bam Bam Berrayo scores her 3rd point of the game. NUNS ahead by a little bit here, and Isabel Cruz will serve here for NUNS. At the net, Berrayo keeps it in for NUNS. She'll send it back, a chance ball. As Givani, quick reflexes to save that point. Devosora dug up though. Here comes Berrayo down the line, outside. 11 all the score now. Long rally that time. A bit of quick action. Just no team giving away there. As Emil Givani coming up to serve for FEU Diliman. Targeting Berrayo. She'll get it back again. Remailon was there on defense. Udiegbala sets up. Didn't get too much power on that as Berrayo is sent back by Ona. Here comes Berrayo again. Changes speed. Still no good. Devosora off the hands of Agustin. Still no go. Berrayo. What an angle from Bam Bam Berrayo. Out of system. Bam Bam Berrayo hanging in midair and finding the open spot. A bit of a cutter from the FEU or from the NU veteran. As Rihanna Navarro up to serve for NUNS, the captain. Devosora, not the best pass from her. She'll get it back and give up an error. A bit of dangerous touches there from Devosora and Givani. They'll give up a point here. As Navarro comes back to the service line. A low one to Premailon. Udiegbala, one-on-one. She wins it against Obera. Had to adjust to that set, but MJ Udiegbala, lethal, especially when you only have one blocker in front of her. Great job by FEU Diliman saving that rally, getting the point. Still down by 1 though. Navarro, back set. Berrayo, dug up by Givani. Bongo will tip it over. No good. Here's the bomb back to Bongo. Gets it off Agustin's hand. Saved by NU. And Obera scores off the block. Nicole Obera keying off that time. Keeping NU ahead by 2 points. Tight treading here early in game 1. Bam Bam Berrayo approaches the service line. Straight to Bongo. The back set, Udigbala tees off. Navarro calmly digs it. They bump it to Bartolabak. Did that one catch hands? Yes, it did. Janine Bartolabak. You see the tall outside spiker. Putting it off the hands, tooling the block to her advantage. Great transition play from NUNS. A 3-point lead for the ladies from Jokson. Maylon, pretty good pass. Ona can't finish. NU will get it over. FEU to Udigbala, no good. Here's the bump to Obera. Cross-court hit, picked up by MJ, and quick thinking there from Aliyah Ona. Bit of an over-on-2 action from the middle blocker. Saw that ball was straying too close to the net. Doing what she can to score that point. Now she's up to serve. Navarro sets the middle. Agustin, no good there. One-on-one, go, tips it. De Rayo saves the point. Here's Bartolabak. She's denied. Great defense from the Roja to keep that one alive. The setup and the block from Adeline Agustin. Adeline Agustin, the young 16-year-old grade 10 middle blocker out of Bulacan, denying MJ Udigbala in that rally. Here she is at the service line now. Targeting Premaylon. Back set, Udigbala. An exclamation point. Her best swing of the day so far. Again, coming off back-to-back 30-point outings in the Final Four. Had 33 in that reverse sweep performance against Adamson last Sunday. She's trying to get her offense going here in game. Pretty good serve. If it'll result in a system play, FEU will get a chance ball. To the outside, Bongo, she finishes. Execution there from FEU. Opening up a one-on-one for Claire. Bongo finds the corner. Now it's a 1-point lead for NU. They call timeout. MJ Udigbala and the Lady Baby Tamaraos on the comeback trail. Diana Navarro, the Lady Bullpups trying to stem the tide here. A 16-15 game. The opening set of the opening game of the final series. What a serve from Udigbala. That one swerved down the line. It looked like it was going to her right, but it changed direction last minute and caught the Roja off guard. What a serve. What a talent is MJ Udigbala. Again, in her first year with FEU Diliman, and has been a game changer here in the girls division. This time she serves out. It looks like Coach Carl de Maculangan will want a double substitution here. They'll bring in two of the best young players in the country, in Micaela Gold and the grade 9 superstar, Love Bulandres, out of Negros Occidental, and Micaela Gold, the grade 11 setter out of Pampanga. They come off the bench for NU. Shows you how deep Coach Carl de Maculangan's team is. As Umal, her quick play works. Again, this is the top of Coach Joan Bunag's priority list. Get Umal involved. Let's get good touches and get sets to Kath Umal as much as we can. 17 all the game. Gold, the setup to Bolandres. She gets through. Joy Love Bolandres. Can you believe she's only in grade 9, folks? One of the youngest players on the court. She splits time with Slash Obera on this NU team. But pretty much on every other team in the UAAP, she might be a starter. But here, learning the ropes, learning the UAAP game has already been effective for NUNS as an ace delivered by Janine Bartolaba. Again, a good sign for NUNS. She had to come out of the game last Thursday against UST due to some back problems, but looking healthy here, looking spry in game number 1. Great serve again. Back-to-back aces for Janine Bartolaba. That opens up a 3-point advantage for NUNS late here in set number 1. Gaining some cushion are the Lady Bullpups. Again, 12th consecutive finals appearance for NUNS. At least 12 consecutive chance at getting gold for them. Finishing in the top 2. As Bartolaba serves out that time. Early in the girls' division, there really wasn't the finals. But in those early days, NUNS already finished in the top 2 when they were rebuilding their girls' program. Here's the setup for Cruz. Connection between Gold and Cruz. Keeping NU up by 3 points. Bella Cruz was built for the stage. Her mom was a former star for UST. Mila Ranyada, former player of our national team. The mom of Bella Cruz. There's Cruz on the dig. They bump it. No go for NU. A chance for FEU. They blow it though. It'll be a point for NU. Missed opportunity for the Lady Baby Tamaraws. NUNS will earn a 4-point lead. Here's the last time out of FEU in set 1. 22-18 the score. You see Coach Joanne Bunaga, an FEU legend, a 3-time UAAP champion during her time with the Lady Tamaraws. Now coaching the Lady Baby Tamaraws. Here's Cruz on the serve. Straight to Devosora. Udiagbala didn't get the best lead up to that hit, but she still scores. MJ Udiagbala was preparing to unload, but again, I guess she didn't get the best look at what type of steps she was getting. Had to adjust last minute, but she still scores. Here comes Emil Givani. Straight to Bartolaba. It's a shank pass. And Bolandres couldn't get a touch on that one. That's going to be an ace. Or was that a tip from Malaya de Basora? Either way, it's point FEU. 2 straight Lady Baby Tamaraws points. Coach Carl de Mocolangan will call his final timeout of set 1. Janine Bartolaba and the NU Lady Bullpups trying to get this first set up by 2, 3 points away from taking set 1. Emil Givani and the Lady Baby Tamaraws trying to make a comeback here again. The serve to Berayo, who gets it back 1-on-1. The stuff from MJ Udiagbala. MJ Udiagbala had no help from her middle there. That's all timing from her. Getting the read on one of the best hitters in the UAAP and Bam Bam Berayo. 22-21 now the score. The setup to Bolandres. She goes off the block. Slowed down by FEU. Udiagbala on the swing. On the line. FEU Diliman have tied things up again. They were down by 4. The Lady Baby Tamaraws digging deep early here in game 1. Can NU respond? Bartolabak, better pass this time as Bulandres able to score. NUNS will reverse the double sub here. We'll have a full front line again with Rihanna Navarro and Slash Obera checking in for Micaela Gold and Love Bulandres. It'll be the captain. Rihanna Navarro serving here in a crucial juncture. Set number 1. Picked up by Premailon. The setup for MJ, one-on-one. It's sent back. Here's FPU on the recycle. Udi Egbala, 2 hands. Dug up. Back over to FEU Diliman. MJ, skies in. MJ Udi Egbala coming alive late here in set number 1. She was quiet early. She has the FEU crowd up off their seats. 23-all the score now. As Alea Debosora up the serve. Derayo picks it up calmly. She'll get it back. And her cross-court hit drops. FEU or NUNS will have first crack at set point here in the opening frame. 24-23. FEU Diliman in an advantageous position here. They send it to a deuce. 24-23. Derayo on the serve. It goes over Premailon's head. Great decision from the FEU libero. We'll have a deuce now. 24-all. And we'll have a serve specialist check in here. Aliyah Ona will take a seat, and Ayumi also will serve and sweep, the grade 8 defensive specialist for Coach Joanne Bunag. Oh, she serves into the antenna. Not what she wanted. You can see the reaction. And it's Carl De Maculangan who will gamble with his own serve specialist. This is the veteran, Samantha Koha, one of 5 graduating Lady Bullpups coming in to serve. Set point, 25-24. Second set point opportunity for NUNS. The back set, MJ, blocked! What a way to end it for NUNS. It's Janine Bartolabak who seals set number 1 with a huge denial of MJ Udi Egbala. And a great start here in game 1. A tight opening frame. It's the defending champions coming out strong. They take it 26-24. There you see the stats from set number 1. A tight win for NUNS, and you can see it, how both teams performed neck in neck in all statistical categories. It's NU just edging out FEU Diliman in a couple of categories. 15-13 in attacks, 3-2 in aces. But it'll be in the margins, the small details that teams will win here in the finals. See Janine Bartolabak, 6 points already for her. And that huge block on MJ Udi Egbala to end set number 1. MJ finding her rhythm late in set number 1. Can she continue it here? As we open set number 2 between FEU Diliman and NUNS. Game 1 of the Season 88 Finals as Alea de Bosora collects the first point of the second frame. The elimination round, NUNS won both of their games against FEU Diliman in rather convincing fashion. But FEU Diliman, they beat a team they didn't beat in the elimination round. In Adamson, they didn't beat the Lady Baby Falcons in the elimination round. But they beat them twice in the Final Four as Bamberayo scores off the block. Can they do it again here against the formidable defending champions as Navarro will serve? Navarro a little wide on the serve. 2-1 the score. Looks like Coach Joan Buna going with a bit of a substitution here. See Joyanna Bongo, but Bernardine Boston already in for the Lady Baby Tamaraws. Here's the bump to Berayo. She tips it, but Premailon with a good read. Here's Odiagbala, cross court, landing right in front of 3 Lady Bullpups. Again, MJ Odiagbala didn't have the best start in set number 1, but got her rhythm late in that frame. Will we see more MJ here? 9 points for her. The serve to Doroha. Here's the bump to Obera. She has to tip it over. And Odiagbala couldn't gear up for that one, but she gets a chance ball though on that over ball. As Boston can't score. Here comes Berayo. And that block lands inside. That will be a block point for Bernardine Boston. Grade 11 middle blocker out of Cagayan de Oro. Lea de Vosora up to serve, the only graduating player for this FEU team. So most of the squad will be back for another season. They won a championship now as Obera swings over the block and she finds the line. Slash Nicole Obera. What a name for a volleyball player. 4-2 the score. It's Bam Bam Berayo coming up to serve for NUNS. Here comes Bartolaba to tease off. Double block, no problem for Janine Bartolaba there. She scores past Odiagbala and Boston. Berayo will continue to serve. Nice to see the growth of Bam Bam Berayo. Started her career mostly coming off the bench, service specialist, but when she serves an error there, when NU's stars graduated, Celine Marsh, Denday Lisan. It's Berayo who stepped up and really elevated her game for Coach Carl de Maculangan and NUNS. As Boston, quick exchange of service errors here. Now we'll have Adeline Agustin up to serve. Premailon on the pickup. The set to Odiagbala. Full extension on that hit. You can see the athleticism, the easy elevation on those MJ Odiagbala hits. When she came into FEU, athleticism wasn't the problem, but it was the soft skills. Getting consistently better on defense, better with her touches. As Cruz is dug up by Devosora. To the left side, Bongo can't score. Back row, Berayo gets through on Umal. FEU keeps it alive. Bongo will tip it over. FEU defense in a scramble here. Can NU take advantage? They'll get a chance ball. Obera on the late block, can't score. Long rally over on two. Doroha saves it. This point still going. As Umal finishes it. Kath Umal. 6'3" middle blocker out of Zambales, giving FEU a 3-point lead. Here's Odiagbala again, getting ready for her big jump serve. And it gets past Doroha, right on the line. Sukat na sukat. I believe that's her second ace of the game. And it's FEU who sprint out of the second frame. Timeout, Carl de Maculangan. Janine Bartolabak and the Lady Bullpups stumbling early here in set number 2. And Kat Umal and the Lady Baby Tamaraos taking full advantage. MJ Odiagbala back up to serve. We'll see if she got a little frozen off that timeout. Definitely did. From the toss, you could tell that serve was going to be off. One thing about MJ Odiagbala, as I learned from Coach Joan Buna, she loves going all in. As Coach Marley Maculangan will go with a quick 1-2 substitution here. The young ladies love Bulandres and Micaela Gold coming off the bench to replace Rihanna Navarro and Slash Obera for NU to have a full front line here. Gold on the serve. Umal, not the best set for her there. Bulandres over the block and out. 9-5 the score. It looks like we'll get our first challenge of the game. Coach Carl de Maculangan wants another look at that play. A block touch being asked for here. Again, we started having a challenge system in place in the Final Four. It's definitely come in handy in some sequences throughout the numerous games in the boys and girls division. Did that one get a touch there? Officials getting a couple of looks at it here. No block touch according to the replay.
The challenge made by NU School was unsuccessful.
So FEU will stay ahead by 4. Coach Carl de Maculangan quickly telling his team to keep calm. Carl de Maculangan also in his second season as head coach of the NUNS girls team, trying to lead them to back-to-back titles as Claire Bongo up to serve. And Bartolabak finds the corner. Great swing from her. Now it's FEU Diliman who wants another look at the last play. FEU Diliman versus NUNS. Again, it was a 2-0 series sweep in the elimination round for NUNS. 4 sets in the first round, 3 sets in the second round. Going the way of NUNS. FEU Diliman trying to change the complexion of this matchup. And that hit did indeed go out. So a successful challenge for Coach Joan Bunag and her staff. Their team will go up by 5 now. The setup to Bartolabak. She goes off the block, off the hands of Givani. Bartolabak continues to be a hot hand, to swing a hot hand here in game 1. She finished in the top 10 of service aces in the elimination round. Over on 2, read well by NUNS. This time, the block And the coverage was not good enough for NUNS. 5-point FEU Diliman lead. Biggest lead of the game for either side. As Kath Umal will take her turn at the service line. Droha with a pickup. Here comes Berayo. What a dig from Bongo. Can NU turn it into points? No, they can't though. It'll be a chance for NUNS. Berayo, the tip. Boston was there. They go to Devosora, who's dug up by Gold. Here's Bolandres, and that one soars out for Lovejoy Bolandres. NUNS. This set slipping away from them. They're down by 6. Your FEU Diliman, all you need to do is continue executing. 12-6 game. As Umal just missed the line with that serve. Lady Bullpups catch a break. NUNS, a bit of confusion here on the server. To get things cleared up, it'll be Isabel Cruz serving for the ladies in blue. Givani, great set to the outside, but it's blocked out though. It's a point for Alea Devosora, last year's best opposite spiker. 6-point FEU lead. Givani, the sharp serve to Berayo, who gets it back. No blocker in front of her. Terrific decision that time from NUNS. Great execution from the Lady Bullpups to open up the net for Bam Bam Berayo. 13-8 the score now. Here's Love Bolandres. The setup one-handed to Boston, but it's dug up by NU, and Bam Bam Berayo going off the block of Bernardine Boston. Bam Bam swinging away here in set number 2, trying to inch her team back into this one. Down by 4 are the Lady Bullpups. Givani back set, and Devosora can finish. Here comes Agustin. Adeline Agustin with a power tip. And Coach Joan Bunag will call a timeout. See Bam Bam Berayo trying to egg her team on. They're down by 3 here in set number 2. FEU were up by as much as 6 before Coach Joan Bunag called her first time out of set 2. Givani will choose Udi Egbala over the block, right on the line on the hit. MJ Udi Egbala continues to roll here. According to Coach Joan Bunag, she had a heart-to-heart with MJ Udi Egbala. They're saying that she's their go-to girl, trying to get her to focus, trying to get her to liven up in the Final Four. It worked so far, and you see the block from Udi Egbala that time. And it hasn't been a question of athleticism for Udi Egbala. She's displayed so much explosiveness. It really has been a focus on the details, her touch, how she plays defense. Oh, Coach Carl de Mocolangan will call his final timeout of set 2 here. 15-10 the score. Alea de Vosora keeping FEU ahead. That was the last time out again for Coach Carl de Mocolangan. Perhaps sensing the set slipping away from them as the cut shot from Berayo just lands on the line. Smart hitting from the veteran. Sneaking that one into the open spot. Berayo will continue to serve here for NUNS. Sharp serve to De Vosora. Here's the back set to MJ Udiagbala. She finds the line again. Grade 11 student out of Nigeria, again in their first year in the UAAP. Finished the elimination round with 298 points. That one sails out for Bernardine Boston. So lead stays at 4 for NUNS or for FEU Diliman. Coming in is Marty Tayag. To serve for Adeline Agustin. Coach Carl de Mocolangan trying to push all the buttons, find a momentum shift here. The setup to Udiagbala is uninterested in shifting the momentum. She wants FEU here to tie things up. Continuing to swing away, the most lethal attacker and scorer of season 88. 5-point Lady Baby Tamarao's lead. Udiagbala sends it down to 4. Still plenty of time here for NUNS to make a comeback as Coach John Bunag will have a full front line. It's Alexa Amana and Charlene Balandra coming in for FEU Diliman. The setup to Bongo and she scores. NUNS now in position to try to have to make big plays. They're down by 5 late in set number 2. Can't let this lead keep growing. For FEU Diliman, they just have to nurse this advantage. The gold back set, the block from FEU. A chance for the Lady Baby Tamaraos. They go to the opposite side. And Alea de Vosora finishes it. Alea de Vosora proving reliable here in game number 1. Claire Bongo on the serve. A set to the middle and Cruz puts it away. Isabel Cruz getting her touches here. NUNS activating the middles, trying to open up the net for their wing spikers. But is it too little too late? They're down by 5, 14-19. FEU Diliman trying to tie this game up at a set apiece. Balandra, the back set. Ooh, that's way off. And Amana wanted to send it over, but it touches the antenna. Lead shrinks for FEU Diliman. A 4-point deficit. NUNS is trying to crawl back firm. Bartolabak on the serve. Balandra to the outside. De Vosora, no blockers coming up with her. FEU Diliman can finish. A third swing here for FEU. And a block from Cruz. NUNS almost giving up a point there, but able to rescue that one. And Coach John Bunag will reverse the double sub. Givani and Udiagbala back in. Still up by 3 are the Lady Baby Tamaraws. Bartolabak with another sharp serve to Premailon. And open net. No one coming up to block Kath Umal. And she dunks it. 2016 now. Kath Umal has been solid today. Not as many blocks. Getting or making the most out of every set she gets. Umal serving into the net though. If you're NUNS, you can't be content to trade side outs here, as Agustin will check in to come out for the serve specialist, and the serve specialist will check in for Isabel Cruz with Samantha Koha coming in to serve and sweep in a crucial juncture in set number 2. Koha. Premailon on the pickup. Here comes FEU to Devosora, who swings out. So errors costing FEU Diliman here. Looks like Coach Joan Bunag thinks otherwise. She'll call for a challenge here. A net touch. So the earlier challenge from FEU in this set was successful. So they still have mechanically 2 challenges remaining here. You don't get penalized or you don't get challenge subtracted from your tally if your challenge is successful. As we wait here for the result of the challenge. Lady Baby Tamaraws trying to tie game 1 at a set apiece. After that close, tight first set that NUNS won 26-24, the defending champions have been inching away, nibbling at this FEU lead. It was 1-6 points, currently at 3. Could be 4 if the challenge is successful for FEU. Here we go. Was there a net touch? So there wasn't a net touch challenge. And you will get that point now. They're only down by 2. Both our teams now left with a challenge apiece. Samantha Koha will have another chance at the service line here. The set to the outside, and Devosora finishes. Finds a seam between the block of Agustin and Bulandres. And Devosora punches through. 21-18 the lead. The serve to Birayo. Back set, and Bulandres tees off. Love Bulandres. Getting the cross-court hit to go. Getting the side out quickly. Can she come up with a big serve here? Her team down by 2, 19-21. Givani to the outside, and Udi Agbala sails that one outside. And Coach Joan Bunag calls her final timeout of set number 2. 21-20 the lead for the Diliman Lady Baby Tamaraws. It's Love Bulandres will continue to serve here for NUNS. Setup to Udieg Bala. Double block in front of her, and still she beats it. Didn't get the best set, but Udieg Bala getting her attack off quick enough. Past Agustin in that sequence. A precarious 2-point lead for FEUD Diliman. They were up by as much as 6 earlier in this set. Goal to the outside. Berayo tried to go for hands that time, but she missed. Admitting fault there. That puts FEUD Diliman 2 points away from taking set 2. They're up by 3. Back goes Devosora at the service line. Straight to Koha. Here's Berayo again. She makes up for her error. Bam Bam Berayo. Keeping the FEU lead at 2. And now she'll serve here for NUNS. Needs to come up with a big play here. Do the Lady Bullpups. A defensive play, a good serve. But this time, a serve out from Berayo. Crucial mistake gives FEUD Diliman 3 cracks at set point. It looks like Coach Joan Bunag will go with a service specialist here. It's Ayumi also. Let's see if she can make up for her service error in set number 1. Came in at a similar point of the match. Serves in. Gold to Bartolabang and the rejection. MJ Udieg Bala and Kath Umal combining for a huge double block to end set number 2. Game 1 setting up to be a thriller here. Another close set, but this time it's FEUD Diliman who sneaks away with the win in set 2. They take it 21-25. We'll be back with set number 3. Another close